This doesn't give you anything really to do with it outside the shove, and most of the time that shove isn't that good. Like most of the time, the shield just doesn't do anything.
Because I mean, if you've got like some kind of area of effect you can shove them into, great. But when I'm thinking, all right, I'm a fighter, want to shove people, knock them prone. Oh, now we get advantage, but that doesn't happen until the next turn, at which point they've probably gotten up. Hello, friend. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're talking about the feat, Shield Master.
Block, 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 push. Do cool things with my shield, hypothetically. Can you throw it? This is...
You can. No,
You're allowed to. No one can stop you.
this feat will not assist you with that.
Not even a little bit. From the player's handbook, this says you use shields not just for protection, but also for offense. You gain the following benefits while you are wielding a shield. If you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. It also says if you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC to any dexterity saving throw you make against a spell or other harmful effect that targets you. And finally, if you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed the saving throw, interposing your shield between yourself and the source of the effect.
All right, you missed one important word in that second bullet point.
Oh, what?
You missed only. Other harmful effect that targets only you.
That is a very important word. You're absolutely right.
That really narrows down what this is effective against.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, let's rip this band-aid off. I don't think this is pretty much worth taking on most characters, right?
I don't know. It's I mean, who's looking to take this?
I don't know. You saw the word shove and we're like, it can't be that bad.
Actually, you know what? I knew that where this was going. I do like forced movement, like shoves, but I don't think that that's the strongest part of this feat. That's I mean, that's a nice little bonus that it's going to come in handy every once in a while. But I don't know. I like the third bullet point best.
Okay. Here's an important question that I think needs asking. How many times are you making dexterity saving throws to use this ability, right? Like, how many times are you making a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage from an effect? There are 6 save types in the game. Dex, Wiz, and Con are the most common.
Yes.
How many encounters are going to include any of those 3 saves? And of those encounters that include those 3 saves, will they be dexterity based?
I'm thinking mostly breath weapons.
So dragons.
Yeah. And there are other breath weapon creatures.
Okay, how many dragon / breath weapon creatures are you fighting in an average campaign?
I don't know, but I'm not taking this probably until those kind of situations are going to be more likely anyway.
So this is like a mid to upper tier thing you're thinking?
I'm thinking that unless you've got really no direction and you think you're going to get some mileage out of the shove.
This is ultimately where I'm really down on this thing, right? Like, I don't necessarily see there being any point in time where I am ready to take Shield Master. Is this the first feat you're taking? Definitely not. You got Polearm Master if you're doing shield things. You've got even like Great Weapon Master. That's obviously a really busted one, but doesn't necessarily go alongside this. But there are other feats that I take before I take Shield Master. I think I take most of like the spell-based, like utility improvement feats.
Sure.
I want them earlier than as early as I can possibly get them generally. Shield Master goes on characters that want to have their shield be their main gimmick, but this doesn't give you anything really to do with it outside the shove, and most of the time that shove isn't that good. Like, most of the time, the shield just doesn't do anything.
Because I mean, if you've got like some kind of area of effect you can shove them into, great. But when I'm thinking, all right, I'm a fighter, want to shove people, knock them prone. Oh, now we get advantage, but that doesn't happen until the next turn, at which point they've probably gotten up. And you're not really, you're already like right in their face and engaged with them. So there's not going to be many times where knocking them prone and then like forcing them to waste movement, getting back up and trying to run away. That's not normally going to be an issue, which is why I wasn't as excited about this shove as I normally am.
Yeah, I definitely think this could just say you can use a bonus action, try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you, and then at least sets up your other attacks. So you got like this gameplay pattern, like get on the ground, stab, stab. That could be pretty cool. It not being that case though makes this like, if you got a very heavy melee party and you want to be like the de facto party leader that's like setting up your allies, this could be I attack twice, I knock something prone, the party like just dog piles onto the prone target and just kills the just absolute crap out of them. That could be cute. Now, this is mainly going to be effective against things that are smaller than you, right? It's not going to be great against things that have a high strength that aren't likely going prone, or things that just can't get knocked prone. There are a fair amount of things in this game that just are immune to the prone condition or have other methods of engagement that's going to make this feel pretty bad. I think the last 2 lines of text, honestly, are like, they would be, I think, really good on a feat where there was an actionable, regular ability you would want to be using. And I just don't think that's what the shove is. I think I like these kinds of effects that are fairly narrow, that are, effective in those narrow circumstances. Whenever you're going against dex saves, ignoring all damage is a big deal. Getting a +2 to your dex saves against things that only target you for some reason, which is needlessly narrow. Yeah, that can be decent. Having nothing else for any other encounters, it means this is a feat that's gonna do something in mostly those few encounters where you care about the last 2 lines of text, and very little to nothing in every other encounter. And that's not really what a feat has to be for especially characters like fighters and rogues, and I guess not rogues, but paladins and the shield-based rangers out there, shield-based barbarians out there. Like, they can't effectively use this, I don't think.
I think fighters get more feats than normal, right?
Yeah, but they also want a 20 strength and a 20 dex and a 20 con.
Yeah.
Maybe not dex in some builds, but you definitely want 20 con and strength if your job is to take hits, right? So you also want to max out those ASIs, and you also want, ways to continue to participate and do more damage. That's like a really important element of your fighter build. That's why Polearm Master comes in as, oh, that's also something I can do with my bonus action. Uh-oh. If you have bonus actions for your subclass, you're really, really struggling to see ways to use this. Like if you're Echo Knight, nope, you're not taking this because you can't use the bonus action. If you're digging to put a bonus action on your sheet, it's not going to be this one.
No.
I don't like taking a feat that's this narrow. It's not unusable, but it's really narrow.
It's something I might consider in the mid to upper tiers.
But like, if you're against a black dragon, it's just useless because black dragons are con saves on their breath weapon, and that's like supposed to be the thing you're targeting it with. So there will be some campaigns where you're like, oh crap, I have to hope there are enemy spellcasters in abundance, and if there aren't, and those spellcasters have to be making me make dex saves, so I'm like facing off against ample fireballs, and then this starts to have some text. Ay.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. Adult black dragons do have a dex save on their acid breath. It's not con. My bad.
All right. Well, this is a 5 out of 5 then.
I could have swore there was a dragon type. Maybe it's green that do poison.
Yeah, I think green.
Oh, that makes sense. In any case, 2? That seemed fair. Like it does something and is powerful in some narrow windows. I don't think the shove is like entirely pointless, but it's not going to be often batter. If you want to play a shield-based character and this is part of your vision, it's pretty harmless. But I think like this to me fits right alongside a lot of like background starting feats where it's like, yeah, okay, you got some narrow windows where you'll be cool, and you're trading with a shield, kind of makes sense, and it's not going to crack the game in half like starting with crossbow expert, like starting with a lot of the other really busto feats can. And for that, yeah, sure, too, why not?
This would be a pretty cool starter feat.
Yeah.
You just got it for free. But not something I'm excited to take over other options.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe this is like you're a fighter, you max your strength, you max your con, you got the 2 feats that you cared about for your build, and you're like, all right, fine, shield master.
Yeah, I guess I'll agree with the 2. I'm leaning to a 3, but I can't really justify it. So 2 it is. All right.
I do want to hammer home just how infrequently I think the deck saves are happening.
Like the individual ones or the
both?
Oh well.
Given the amount of save types in this game and the type of variety of monsters and how most monsters' methods of killing you is attacking you with their attack actions that makes attack rolls, I'm much lower on abilities that are, against deck saves only give you kind of benefit. Just something to keep in mind.
And particular deck saves as well. Not like trying to run down the stairs or something. It has to be stuff where you're going to take half damage on a success.
That's true. If you were to take no damage on a success, this doesn't do anything, but I guess that doesn't
Right.
really matter. And also, I think it's really, I would guess there's like less than a dozen dexterity saving throws that would only affect you in this game. Like, I think that particular is even smaller as far as like useful text. So +2 to some very few abilities is almost non-text to me.
All right.
Evasion isn't the end of the world, so.
All right, well, that was Shield Master. Thank you, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Do you like Shield Master? Have you used it? Tell us your stories. And, yep, until next time, goodbye.